that Africa is the next frontier. We've said this because Africa has enormous potential in terms of resources. We've said this because we've seen in the dynamism of the young people of the African continent. What Africa has faced a challenge in is a leadership that can leverage on the advantage that the African continent has. Africa now must become a continent of innovation, a continent of beneficiation of its mineral resources, and a continent of industrialization. We must move away from the practice of having our minerals carted raw and exported. We now must beneficiate, we must develop, we must process on the African continent. Of course, this will require skills, it will require partnerships, it will require an injection of financial resources from partners, from the private sector, from business. And this is what Africa must seek to do now. Africa has begun to take the first few faltering steps, if I may call them that, in the direction of ensuring that this happens. We have now put in place the Africa Continental Free Trade Area Agreement. We are now beginning, and the president of Angola, my brother Lorenzo, spoke to the development of trade corridors. The Lobito corridor is but one. We need to proceed along this line and trajectory and ensure that there are corridors that connect Africa. When we exploit our potential in terms of renewable energy, we need to be able to have infrastructure, interconnectors that are able to transmit the power across the breadth and dimensions of the African continent through all these countries. Right now, as we speak, it is difficult. In fact, it is next to impossible to travel seamlessly and efficiently between these African capitals. Yeah. Sometimes in order to move from Luanda to Gaborone, you have to go all the way to Addis Ababa. We need to address this and make sure that there's connectivity, that there's seamlessness of connection between us. And so the digital trade platform that was inaugurated in Zambia recently also affords opportunity and potential for Africa. And so it seems to me that Africa is well on its way to moving away from a source of raw material for the world into a hub of innovation, a hub of creativity, a hub of industrialization. This is what it's about, and these are not just poetic ornaments. They must translate into action, into concrete deliverables. Thank you very much.